Do you know the real reason the Bible begins with bait? The Hebrew letter bait is the first consonant and foundation of the Torah. Did you know that the whole of creation was an inside job? This video examines the foundation of the Torah. The majority of serious structural errors or issues can be traced back to their foundation. Biblically speaking, most English translations make a serious contextual error concerning both the first consonant and the first word of the Torah. Come, let us examine this foundational flaw. A unique investigation into the foundation of the Torah. From the rock-solid numerical structure of the Torah, presented by Philip E. Stiefel, Avi Publications, avipublications.com, and YouTube channel Torah 123. Greetings. I am Philip E. Stiefel from Avi Publications, avipublications.com, and YouTube channel Torah 123. I am the real person behind the following animated scenes. Thank you for visiting our discussion on the foundation of the Torah. This discussion is a lighthearted venture designed to illustrate the numerical principles that form the foundation of the Torah. This study is intended to be humorous and engaging. However, the truths presented herein are held in reverent regard. If you are interested in a more formal written exposition concerning the various aspects of the numerical structure of the Torah, please visit our website, avipublications.com. Teaching timeless Torah truths that are innovative, informative, and imperative. Torah 123. Avi Publications. The hidden numerical structure of the Torah, or 10 patterns of thought that weave the fabric of the Torah. The numerical structure of the Torah, 10 principles. Principle 1, the Creator is the foundation of everything. Principle 2, division, separation, or two aspects of a matter. Principle 3, an encounter with the Creator. Principle 4, action on the part of God or man. Principle 5, honor creators, long life. Principle 6, mankind or human nature. Principle 7, completion, cycle, or cycle of repeated events. Principle 8, an exchange, good or bad. Principle 9, a good matter, functioning according to the divine plan. Principle 10, a command, a covenant, or a test of a covenant. These 10 patterns of thought are woven throughout the entire fabric of the Torah. A special word of thanks to the tool makers. Without the capabilities of the Bible Scholar software, none of this research concerning the numerical structure of the Torah would have been within my grasp. You can find Bible Scholar software at this address. All Hebrew consonant, syllable, and word searches. All punctuation and vowel pointing. All Hebrew to English translations and quotations. All of the above tasks were performed with the Bible Scholar software. Microsoft PowerPoint provided a creative platform to pictorially present the truths of the numerical structure of the Torah. Cracks are serious. The results of poor planning can be disastrous. Perhaps the foundation of this building was poorly designed. Or perhaps the foundation of this building was poorly fabricated. Being a building contractor for most of my working life, I have observed that most failures begin at the foundation. Unearthing the foundation, dig number 1, the first sentence of the Torah. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Unearthing the foundation, dig number 2, the first word. In the beginning, three English words are found in one Hebrew word, Bereshit. Inside, first of. That is actually the literal translation of that word, not in the beginning. Unearthing the foundation, the first letter. In the two English words, be, bait, be. Inside. Not the in that is translated. It really means inside. While the vastness of the oceans may appear incomprehensible, men have found methods to plumb their depths. Like the deepest of the world's oceans, so is the depth of the Torah. And over the millennia, men have also found methods to plumb the depths of the Torah. "400 years ago, my ancestors traversed a vast and terrifying sea in search of a place where they could live in peace and plumb the depths of their scriptures. My ancestral grandfather, John Halland, was cast into the torrid depth of the Atlantic, and by the grace of the Creator, he survived. It has been recorded that upon the Pilgrim's first landing, those brave voyagers prayed in the Hebrew language. Unlike my pilgrim ancestors, who plumbed the depths of many texts with a multitude of teachers in search of their father's truths, I have returned to the foundation of their messianic faith, the Torah, and the teachings of Moses. With Moses as my guide, I have endeavored to understand my father's words as a maskil, a man of understanding who is seeking the Creator. Psalm 14:2. In the following presentation, I have tried to envision our teacher Moses approaching the inscription of the first letter of the Torah. I hold our teacher Moses in the utmost of esteem, and throughout this humorous exercise one must continually understand that he is my teacher and I am his student. In the following caricatures, I have pictured Moses as a young man rather than a man in his 80s. I am in my 70s, yet in the presence of the Creator, I feel like a young lad. I am a teacher and not a prophet. I reserve the right to disagree with myself if at a later date I should find that I have erred in my thinking. Everything that I teach should and must agree with the Torah, and not necessarily with one's philosophy or theology. Whatever is portrayed below is found in the Torah, which is inscribed by our beloved teacher Moses. Moses' humble and dedicated faithfulness should be our model. A humorous presentation concerning the letter Bet. This is a humorous dialogue presented for the purpose of intellectually discussing an important matter of the Torah. The Creator is depicted as a speaking voice from within a cloud. Since he is not a created being, he cannot be associated with any shape or form of any physical manifestation. The character of Moses and his intimate relationship with the Creator is portrayed in a light-hearted manner, simply to demonstrate that the Creator is first and foremost a loving Father. Respect, enjoy, learn. Moshe, we need to get started on my book now. Book? What book? The first word of a document is critical. Now, Moshe, I started the 10 words with Anoki, and that frightened them. Perhaps we should start the book with Bereshit. That ought to cause them to ponder upon my words without trembling. When we're talking about the 10 words, we're talking about the 10 commandments. And the Creator introduced himself with Anoki, which means I am. Boy, do I remember that day. The first letter of a document is also critical. Moshe, you know Bereshit begins with a bait. I commenced my creating from the inside out. Let's use bait. They can really learn from that ordinal. You did? Wow. Isn't two or bait related to division? Why are we starting the book with math? In Hebrew, the consonants are also numerals. Bait is the second consonant, so it is also the number 2, and it is also the ordinal second. Great question, Moshe. Do you think they will ask the same question? Are we getting off to a bad beginning? Whoa. In the beginning. And that relates to time. No. You may be thinking about division, but I bet they'll be thinking about time. I know what you are thinking, Moshe, but there are two aspects of the consonant bait. Wow, tell me more. Moshe, I have a special numerical structural framework upon which we shall build this Torah that you are going to write. Perhaps you already know how important 10 is to me. Look at your hands and feet. Do you remember those tablets you broke? I do. I'm sorry. I was angry with your people. Now, Moshe, here are some of my thoughts on this matter. Two or bait is related to division, separation, or two aspects of a matter. And that principle shall be found throughout this Torah that I am having you write. Okay, I got that. Moshe, 2 is the first numeral that can be divided into two whole parts. So I guess bait is really a significant letter? Oops, I mean numeral or ordinal? Moshe, everything that exists, besides myself of course, was created by means of division. That's heavy, but the people are going to laugh when I tell them that bait is not really a house. In Hebrew, bait or bait means house, among other things. Moshe, shortly I'm going to have you write about Noah. He could tell you the primary meaning of bait. And yes, it is Noach. That's how it's said in Hebrew. Noach. Not Noah, Noach. Noach. That is not a myth? Wow. Please give me a heads up. I can't wait for this. Okay, don't write, just listen. Here is what I will tell you to write later. This is what I told my servant Noach. Make an ark of gopher wood. Rooms shall you make in the ark, and shall pitch it inside and outside with pitch. Really? But what does that have to do with division? Moshe, are you listening? I put the word bait in the word mibait, inside. You know, Moshe, I didn't ask Noah to paint or to coat the house. I told him to coat the inside and the outside of the vessel. Division, separation, two aspects of a matter, just like I told you. That's a big wow. Moshe, can you see me? Where am I? No, I can't see you. I guess you are in that, or somewhere in that cloud. Moshe, can you hear me? Where is my voice when I speak to you? Well, you know, there was that whole mountain thing that startled all of us. Moshe, for the second time, can you hear me? Where is my voice when I speak to you? Oh, now I get it. Yes, I can clearly hear your voice inside of me. Oh, wow. Inside? Moshe, that is the way it has always been and shall always be. Unlike you, I have neither shape nor form. I do not change. Your fathers, Adam, Noah, and Abraham, never saw me with their eyes, but they knew my voice. Deaf men need images. They want to see their gods. They don't want to listen and hear my voice. Are we going to put that in the Torah? Well, maybe not in those exact words, but we will make that point clear. However, let's spend a little more time discussing bait and its relationship to the concept of inside. There's more? It may take some time for all men to understand how I work within my creations. Do you remember hearing about your father Isaac? He had two sons. The first of his sons would not listen to me, but the second son, he would listen to me. Are you talking about Esau and Jacob? Yes, we will have to refer to Esau as a man of the field. He was an outside man. Now, Jacob, on the other hand, we will have to refer to him as a man of tents. You see, Jacob was an inside man. Jacob would listen for me, but Esau, not so much. I did not know that. Moshe, some people can hear, but they reject my voice anyway. That happened with the first of Adam's sons, Cain. He chose not to listen to my voice, and he committed a terrible deed. I had to banish him outside of Eden. He became an outside man. I was unable to record his name under Adam's family tree. That's horrible, being blotted out of the family book. Well, you know, Moshe, I had a problem with my son Adam. He knew my voice, and I gave him an important task, just one command, but he was so enamored with his wife that he apparently forgot all about my command. You see, he listened to his wife rather than listen to me. However, we were able to work things out. How did you all work that out? Well, I had to distance Adam eastward, away from my special place, but not as far eastward as his son Cain. Abel, the twin brother of Cain, could hear my voice, but then that unfortunate incident occurred. Gratefully, Seth was able to assume the responsibility of the first of a family. Wow, you keep a record of all these things? Yes, I do. My children are all special to me. That is what the whole of this book of the Torah is all about. Moshe, the bait is a prefix to the word Rashit, which means first of. The whole word, Bereshit, means inside, first of. This book is all about the first of, or the firstborn sons, their successes, and their failures. You have brought my firstborn of the nations out of Egypt. I'm beginning to see how special this book is to you. Someday soon, my firstborn nation shall fill the whole of the earth with my glory, and all the world shall reflect my glory. I will be the God of the whole earth, and all my children shall know that they are my children. If only my firstborn nation, Israel, will listen. You need to teach them, Moshe. Perhaps they will listen to you. I shall do my best to accomplish your will. Back to this first word. I still think they're going to relate Bereshit to time. I'm only going to use this word one time in the whole book of the Torah. Besides that, Moshe, the first place that I'm going to have you write Rashit, all by itself without debate, shall be in relation to a geographical place, not a time. Moshe, the first of Nimrod's kingdom, was a place called the land of Shinar. Canaan and his family migrated to the place I affectionately refer to as the land of Canaan to this day. However, Canaan's family no longer turns their ear to my voice. They have abandoned me, and now the people of Israel must replace them in the land. That is great and awfully sad. Is it possible that the same thing could happen to the people of Israel? Yes and no. Do you know that there are 3 differences between the Canaanites and the Israelites? I'm curious. What are they? The 3 differences are Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Canaan was not able to produce 3 such generations of listeners. But what about Israel? If they listen and do what I command them, they shall remain in the land. If not, they shall become like Canaanites outside of my land. Is that possible? Yes, it is possible. And considering their present path of not listening, their stay may be temporary. Is there hope for Israel? Yes, there is, because I made an oath with their 3 fathers. That oath shall be fulfilled, because they heard my voice and walked in my path. How, if I may ask, shall it happen? It will happen from the inside. Some will circumcise their hearts on their own. They shall hear my voice and seek my paths just like their patriarchal fathers. Again, if I might ask, how shall it happen to the whole of Israel and not just some? Questions, Moshe? You always have questions. Just like in the land of Shinar, I shall have to perform my work inside, each individual person of the tribes of Israel. What will you do? Moshe, another messenger, shall make that explicitly known in his time. But I will give you a clue. It will be an inside job. I will perform the sign of the covenant myself and remove the blockage from their hearts. Jeremiah 31:32. Moshe, would you please write the first word now? I hope you can see how much it means to me. With pleasure, Father. I can see it more clearly now. Thank you. Bereshit. I did it. I have written the first word of the Torah. Bereshit. Inside. First of. The foundation of the Torah. I love it when my children question me with a will to learn and do what I teach them. Oh, excuse me, Father. Just one more question, please. Are there any more numerical principles? Moshe, yes, there are 9 more. But not today, Moshe. The end. Shalom Aleichem. Oh, wow. The Torah is truly a luminous lamp upon our path of understanding. Before you leave, if you would like to see more videos related to the numerical structure of the Torah, please tell your friends and family about our YouTube channel, Torah 123, and our website, avipublications.com. Subscribe to our channel, ring the bell, most of all, share what you have learned. Please join us for our next journey down the path of understanding concerning the numerical structure of the Torah. Also, please visit avipublications.com and Torah 123 for more informative articles related to the numerical structure of the Torah. Shalom. Teaching timeless Torah truths that are innovative, informative, and imperative. Torah 123, Avi Publications.